Hey everyone, welcome back to GM Details. In today's video I'm going to concentrate just on one single product, Glaco Glass Compound. And as it's coming into autumn and it seems the nights are becoming darker much earlier every week, weather is getting worse, visibility needs to be crystal clear for you and other road users' safety.
Zero visibility, zero visibility.
You might not give much of a thought as to how dirty your windscreen is, as through the summer when it's warmer and lighter, the residue that's often left behind from pre-wash, snow foam, shampoo and even some land supplied sealants can be invisible in warmer temperatures. But when the temperature drops, you suddenly find a very dangerous film on your windscreen, and glass cleaners just aren't that good at removing that type of film residue. Have no fear though, because Glaco is here. A simple to use product that will take you 5 minutes to use and your vision will be restored. It'll be like having cataracts removed from your eyes. You can then apply a hydrophobic glass coating or leave it as it is to enjoy crystal clear glass without the smears. Glaco Glass Compound comes in this handy bottle with an integrated felt applicator. Inside is a mix of fine and coarse abrasives. To apply it, Soft99 recommend the glass is clean and damp to avoid the compound from drying out too quick. Squeeze the bottle slightly, then spread the compound out evenly over the glass. There's no set way to use this, so you can either go in circular, straight lines or crisscross motions. No need to leave it to dry or dwell. Once you're happy you've covered all of the glass, all you need to do is rinse the product residue off the glass, either with a pressure washer or a garden hose. It's that simple. As I mentioned earlier, when you use Soft99 Glaco Glass Compound, the instructions say to keep the glass wet while working it in. That's mainly for these reasons, as I'll read off the website. Lubrication for abrasives. The product contains fine and coarse polishing particles. If the glass is dry, they can drag and potentially cause micro-marring or skip across the surface. Water acts as a lubricant, letting the abrasives cut evenly. 2. Easier application. Wet glass gives a smoother glide for the built-in felt applicator, so you can apply an even pressure without the pad sticking or grabbing. 3. Better cleaning action. The moisture helps suspend, loosen dirt, mineral deposits and residue, making it easier to wipe away afterwards. And 4. Controlled product behaviour. On a dry windscreen, the compound can dry out too quickly, leaving clumps or haze that's harder to buff off. The water keeps it workable for longer. So in short, wet glass equals safer, smoother, more effective cleaning and polishing. I struggled for years with wiper smears on the glass after starting to use snow foam. Back in the early days of foams becoming the new thing in detailing, a lot of them contained wax as a cleaning agent, and sometimes still do, but often this wax bonded itself onto the glass and I just couldn't remove it. I tried everything from vinegar and newspaper to barkeeper's friend powder, but nothing beats the ease of use and fantastic results Glaco delivers time after time. So what makes it so effective? Looking into the MSDS sheet, the ingredients include silicon carbide, ethanol and quartz, so perfect abrasives to cut through grease and ingrained grime. It'll also remove any old glass sealants you may have used in the past, but it won't work as well on newly applied coatings, so you might need several attempts. But don't be tempted to attach a polishing wheel to a drill and go at it like a bull in a china shop. You might cause some damage to the glass. It's designed to be used with the felt pad and by hand. I'll show you at the end of the video how ingenious this product is to use time and time again. So you're looking for water to flood the glass like this, to show it's removed all of the protection. If it still sheets water, then have another pass with it until the water coats the glass. Once you've got it to that stage, you can dry off the glass in preparation for a coating, or like me, leave it to enjoy a clear view without wiper ghosting or streaks from ceramic coatings. It's recommended that you use this product with the wipers in the service mode for a uniform clean. A lot of cars won't just allow the wipers to be lifted off the screen, so on most BMWs the service mode is a simple process. Open the driver's door, get in, turn the ignition on, and without starting the car, depress the wiper stalk down and hold it for a few seconds until the wipers stop in the upright position. Where you can now lift them safely off the windscreen to start the deep clean with Glaco. Here's what I noticed after using it. The glass feels smoother to the touch, almost squeaky clean. Old water repellents and film were completely removed. In terms of the water behaviour, you could really see the difference. Before, water was kinda sheeting unevenly, but afterwards it just laid flat, which means the surface is properly stripped. This is exactly what you want before applying a coating. Clean glass equals better bonding and longer durability. Some say to leave the polish on for 5 minutes, but I don't really see any benefit to that. Same way as leaving polish on after using a machine polisher. It's done what it's supposed to, so remove the residue as soon as you finish. I'm really impressed with how easy Glaco is to remove that residue. Either with a garden hose or with a pressure washer is super easy. You can use a damp cloth if you wish, but I prefer to use running water. I've tried one or two glass polishes from brands like AutoSmart, Tax Systems, and Bilt Hamber's new Review is the latest purchase that I've made, and that contains serum oxide, but nothing comes close to Glaco for an all-in-one product, packaging and reusable applicator in my opinion. Even though I have Review, I'll still be using the Glaco bottle to both store it and use it, as you don't get an applicator with Bilt Hamber, which is a point lost in my review book. So at the beginning of the video I touched on how lance applied sealants can leave a film on your windscreen, and for the purposes of demonstrating how good Glaco is, I've coated my windscreen with a lance applied sealant, and the other crucial factor is the temperature. It's around 10 degrees centigrade here. If it was warmer and during the daylight hours, it'll be less noticeable as temperatures have a factor in what shows up on your windscreen. During cold mornings, any substance on your windscreen, whether it's natural like tree sap or artificial like a sealant, hardens and loses some of its oils. This makes them less transparent and more visible as sticky or cloudy patches, and can be incredibly dangerous, so they need to be removed safely. So this is the before using Glaco Glass Compound. And after. I think you'll agree it's a very noticeable difference, but it isn't powerful enough to remove any scratches or wiper marring. For that you'll have to go up a step and carefully machine polish the glass with a dedicated glass polish and abrasive pad. If you're unsure whether you want to tackle such a task, then consult a professional detailer who can do it for you. Cleaning up after using Glaco couldn't be any easier. As it's a water-based formula, everything rinsed cleanly with as little pressure as a garden hose. I like to clean all the parts of the bottle to prevent any hardened products being reused, so a quick rinse of the cap is in order. Then take your bottle and remove the felt applicator from it and carefully store the bottle upright, otherwise you'll spill the remaining product. Then rinse out the pad. It only takes a minute or so, but it's worth doing so as not to introduce any old dried up products in the next application. Once you're happy the pad's been rinsed thoroughly, keep it aside to dry before putting it back on the bottle. Give the top of the bottle a clean with a damp cloth, and now you can put the cap back on the bottle to prevent leaks and allow the pad to dry thoroughly. So there you have it. I'll put a link in the video description for you to check out if you want to buy it. It doesn't cost that much and it should last a fair amount of time, depending on whether you keep applying sealants via a foam lance or not. I've certainly found it invaluable and I can highly recommend it. I do hope you've enjoyed this single review. If you'd like to see more reviews on individual products rather than an all-in-one longer video, let me know in the comments and it could be something new for 2026. I hope you'll join me on the next one. Take care. Cheery bye.